right? So internal includes 20 marks of internal exam, that is CIE 1 and 2. Average of the both will be taken, and then 5 marks for your assignment. Both assignment 1 and 2 will be there. Then 5 marks for quiz, which will be only one quiz at the end, covering 5 units. Right. So first is syllabus. So this subject includes 5 units. The first unit speaks about in a multidisciplinary subject, that is environmental science. Second unit speaks about ecosystem. I will discuss each in detail. Environmental science means it deals with the surroundings and resources. Ecosystem means it deals with the living system and non-living system in our surroundings. And then third one is biodiversity, which deals with the different types of living beings. Then fourth unit deals with environmental pollution and acts, which deals with the pollution of environmental components or various commodities like air, water, soil, noise, and all the different types of pollution, what is happening around us. We will discuss like causes, effects, and control of such pollution. So, and then fifth unit includes disaster management and social and environmental issues and disaster management. Here, social and environmental issues like water conservation, watershed management, then acid rains, ozone layer depletion, all that we will discuss, and environmental ethics, right? And then disaster management includes types disasters, what is a disaster, types of disasters, then disaster management cycle, okay, and Indian system scenario of disaster management and world scenario among about the disaster management and principles of disaster management cycles. Okay, all that is there in this syllabus, and this is what you are going to study this semester. And there I have specific course objectives and course outcomes, right? What is the importance of that? Right, first of all, why you need to study this subject. Not only this subject, whatever subjects you have in your first year, second semester, why you need to study them under undergraduation level of ECE, electronics and communication engineering. Why you need to study all that? Because they may have some useful, maybe some useful. Whether do you have usefulness of that subject or not, and if yes, what is that useful? That will be discussed in this course objectives. That is nothing but course objectives and course outcomes. I mean, objectives means what is the aim to inculcate through this subject, teaching this subject, learning this subject, discussing this subject, what benefits you get, what information you can inculcate, so that the knowledge will be possessed and you use that knowledge for your career and improve your life, not only for the career, even for the life, my dear. All the subjects. Okay, I will discuss that in detail throughout the semester. Let us have a small brief look over these course objectives. Like first unit includes energy resources and resources. I said same thing we will study. We will understand what is food, energy, and other natural resources in the nature. And then second unit about the relation and interrelation or linking between the living and non-living, which is also called as biotic and abiotic forms of ecosystem. And third units, different types of living beings, importance of all different types of living beings present around us. Do we need to protect them or do we need to kill them? If what happen if we start killing those living beings? What happen if we protect them? Are they important for us to protect? All that we will study and we will discuss in this semester. And then fourth unit, environmental pollution of various components of environment, right? And then fifth unit, various global environmental issues that threaten the survival of living beings in the nature. Is that true? Is this statement true? I wrote this statement, right? I should justify it. I will do it, right? Like various global environmental issues. I will discuss only one issue today, what's going on, why am I wearing mask and why we are having a class online, right? Instead of coming to a college, right, a beautiful place and where we can gather in a classroom and enjoy the traditional method of teaching. Instead of that, why we are meeting in Google Meet, right, virtually from different places, right? Because COVID-19 is spike has increased in this last couple of months, and since last year we are struggling with this virus, right? What is this virus? It is an environmental issue, an environmental catastrophe, a disaster occurred in the environment. The virus has spread throughout the environment, and people are suffering. I mean, it is attacking the people, they are getting contaminated, right? Maybe responsibly, that is knowingly or unknowingly, people are getting I mean, contaminated with the virus, and they are prone to the disease, and that disease is very serious. I mean, it can, earlier it was serious, now it is bit little bit serious. I mean, not so harmful, but still negligence can trouble the people, or even they can lose the life, and many lakhs of people have died since last year due to this COVID-19 virus. That is life threatening. This issue has occurred in the environment and it spread over the world, and people are struggling to overcome this issue, right? Vaccine is done, vaccination is going on, still the trouble is going on. That is a best example of the various global environmental issues. Along with this, we can share the information of global warming, acid rain, ozone layer depletion, right? So on and so forth. Even food adulteration in the environment, or air pollution in the environment, water pollution in the environment, right? So all these are nothing but environmental issues, and they threaten the life, survival of the life for living beings in the nature. Absolutely true statement. Yes. Can anyone deny this? I would like to say, I mean, justify my statement if you have any objections, my dear. So, if no, we will proceed to the next one, that is course outcomes, right? What does course outcomes means? Once you learn this subject by spending a lot of time for this 4 or 6 months, a semester we call, and you sit in the class and you hear, and we will participate in a discussion. So what is the benefit of that? Can we say you lost the time, or the time is benefited you? That is what the outcomes, right? If you are able to put something which you have learned here, that is what the outcome. What is the benefit of learning this subject? What is the benefit of discussing this subject? What is benefit of having this subject in this semester and learning this subject and acquiring the knowledge, and where you can use this knowledge, apply the knowledge, so that we can improve the quality of life, right? Not only career, improve the quality of life. That is called as course outcome. Same thing, we will know what is the quality of food, water, natural resources, how could we improve it, how can we use it sustainably. Sustainably means what? The material should be available to the present generation to meet their needs, and even they should be available to meet the needs of the future generation without getting compromised. That is called as sustainable development, which was defined by Brundtland, right, in 1864, 1864, my dear. We will discuss that later on, right? So, other second one is the oops, right? Course outcomes. Yeah. The second one is about environmental ecosystem, that is interdisciplinary, right? Biotic and biotic, how they are linked to each other. That is, biotic includes humans and animals, right? How we are dependent on the non-living things and other living things. Are they needed for us or not? All that will be studied. And even along with that, we have one more topic in second unit, that is energy resources, that is renewable and non-renewable energy resources, and how sustainably we can use this energy resources for current generation and future generation without getting compromised. That is called as sustainability. And then third unit is same thing, importance of living beings. And then fourth unit, environmental pollution, right? Their impacts on the biotic and abiotic. And then understand the methods from economic, political, and social analysis as they pertain to the design and evaluation of environmental policies and institutions. Like we have one more topic in fourth unit, which is called as Environmental Act and environmental legislation, right? That is, we know pollution is occurring, and if we sit calm and quiet, some people who wanted to develop their personally, that is personal benefits, they are polluting the environment, and they are not the only people who will get affected because of that pollution, right? Others will also get affected. So we don't pollute the environment, but still we get affected because of pollution in the environment. So what should we do? Shall we bear it like that without, I mean, opposing? If we oppose, whom we should refer? That is, I mean, if we directly go and ask somebody not to smoke, right? You people know the person who smokes will get less damage rather than the passive smoker, the person who is beside him, who inhales that smoke coming out of a smoker, right? Right. So it damages more. The passive smoker will get more damage than the smoking fellow, right? So whom should we ask? Can we go and ask that fellow not to smoke? Can we oppose if he is a, I mean, powerful fellow, right? Personality wise, or I mean, quality like financial wise, he can beat up, right? So how can we get rid of that? There is a policy. Government makes a policy. This is no smoking zone. This is smoking zone only. There they should do. If they do it some other place, no smoking zone, then we can make a complaint. We don't have to involve personally. We need to make a complaint to authorities, legislation which protects that law, like police authorities, law and controller, right? Law and order department, and they will sue this fellow, and they will punish and make a penalty to pay the penalty for that fellow is breaking the rules. So that part comes in the Environmental Act, which is part of fourth unit, right? So that is the useful of this. We can know what laws are there, how we can protect ourselves, how we can make others to stop polluting the environment. All that can be there discussed in this fourth unit. And then fifth unit, environmental issues like which threaten the life survival of living beings in the nature, and even concepts of sustainability and disaster management. Sustainability like water shed management. Watershed management is nothing but improving all the resources in a watershed. We will discuss that later on, right? The next one is, yeah, right. The first topic, definition, scope and importance, and the need for public awareness about environmental science, right? So what is environmental science? Definition of environmental science. What is environmental science? Can anyone say, answer? Maybe this is not the first time you are studying this subject, or we are discussing this subject. You might had this subject in your schools or even intermediate. Am I audible, students? Am I audible to you people? Because I cannot
Yes,
see.
sir.
Yeah, okay. So I have put a question here. Somebody has to answer. Maybe 60 students will be there expected, but 44 students have already joined. I know that. So can anyone say what is environmental science means? Simple thing, simple definition. I don't want exact book definition.
Study of environmental.
Right, my dear. Study of environment. Right. What is study means? Environmental science means study of environment. Right. What does study mean? Study means we study, or rather I can say we discuss, right? We know, we bring few things. Is that we invented all these things? Is that we discovered all these things? No, we have not discovered anything. We have not invented anything. What is there in the environment, people have already identified it, and we are able to personally experience something, few things, and we may miss our way, our concept, our the way of observing things. So people have already observed it in different angles, and they kept that information in the books, and we have referred that books, and we are going to discuss that so that we can acquire the knowledge that is nothing but study of environment or environmental science. What is environment? To understand environmental science, we study environmental science. That is environmental science. Then what is environment? Okay, anyway, we are going to study, sir.
Nature, sir.
Me now. Okay, you can say that answer, but still, yeah, somebody wants to speak. Please go ahead, my dear. Who was that?
Environment means nature, sir.
Right,
Means plants,
absolutely
animals.
true. Right, my dear. One more thing, my dear, I am unable to know you personally who is answering and whom should we applaud for giving such beautiful answers, name or anything. If I start asking you what is your name, it's good. Everybody will know that you who is answering these questions, and others will get inspired. But still, it is I lose some time in that. But never mind. I would like to know the people who spoke just now. The two people. What's their name? Who is that? Can I know your name?
Neeraj, sir.
Yeah, please let me know your name.
Neeraj.
Neeraj, very good. And one more, both answers given by Neeraj.
Sai Kumar, sir.
Sai Kumar, very good. Sai Kumar and Neeraj, you are able to speak in the first day, first class. I really appreciate you people. Rest of the people take inspiration from these two guys, and you people can speak. My dear, this is just a classroom. There are no answers, no exam. We are here to discuss the things, right? You people need to speak with me. And okay, yeah, go ahead. And then, so definition, what is environment? Some Neeraj said it is nature, right? Neeraj, you said same thing?
Yes, sir.
Right. Nature. What is there in the nature? Where is this nature? Where this nature starts and where it ends? Okay, I will tell you, right? I will give silent, remain silent for 1 or 3 or 4 seconds, giving a chance to you people. But if nobody speaks, I will take the chance. Okay.
Surroundings.
Right, my dear. Absolutely true. Who answered this? Sai Kumara?
Yes, sir.
Very good, Sai Kumar. Keep it up. So our surroundings is our nature. What is nature? Where is the nature? We are in the nature, right? Nature is in us, and even we are in the nature. How can I say nature is in us? Because we drink water, we breathe air, we eat food, which are natural products or materials. We take them inside, and that is what made up of our body. Our body is made with these 5 elements, right? You believe? I truly believe, my dear. So that 5 elements are nothing but the nature, right? The soil, earth, fire, water, air, sky, right? All these are nothing but 5 elements which are made up. The whole nature is made with this, and the Prakriti antaru, right? So same thing is there in our body. Our body is built up with the same materials which are there in the nature. So nature is in us, and we are in the nature. So where we are in the surroundings. Where these surroundings will start and where these surroundings will end. Where our environment will start and where it ends. Okay, I will say where it starts. I expect answer where it ends from you. So I will say where it starts is it starts inside me and just beside me. Right? Just beside me, I breathe the air. Right? So that air which is just beside me, the sunlight which falls on me, the ground where I'm standing is my environment. where it ends, where this environment ends, my dear. Now if you people are there in your living room or a bedroom or study room, it ends in that compound, right? In that room, your environment. Yes or no? Anybody say yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
No, my dear. Is that the only
No, sir.
walls, right? You have closed the door because you don't want other family members to disturb you. So you have four walls closed with a door and a window. You closed everything. Windows and even ventilators, everything you have closed. Yes or no? No. Why? If you close, you feel suffocated because the oxygen level decreases. So you need to keep a ventilator open, or you might have kept a window open. Why? Because you need to exchange the air. The oxygen which is there in the room is not enough for us to survive for longer. And as we are breathing in, perspirating, respiration, breathing in and out, the oxygen level in the room will decrease and CO2 level in the room will increase. And when the CO2 level increases, the workability decreases and we cannot work more, right? For that reason, you want some fresh air to come in and air from the room to go out. So what you are doing? You are sharing the air from the outside. From the outside, or is it a complete statement? No, from the outside environment. Now it is a complete statement, right? From the outside environment. So can we call that is also environment? Yes. Not only your room, study room, beyond that, your house, your home is also part of your environment. Is that everything you share only which is present in your home? No, beyond the home. The trees give us oxygen which are there away from the home, in the environment, in the nature. The food we get from the agricultural fields which are far, far away from our home, right? The water which we get is also far, far away from our home, which is there in the rivers and lakes and ponds and streams, right? So our environment is not where we are living. Our environment is where we are sharing everything for our livelihood, for our survival, like water, air, and sunlight. Even the sunlight is in our environment. So where this environment ends, my dear, it ends in the space, right? Earth, not only earth, beyond the earth is our environment. Why? Because are we there living only with the materials present on the earth? Okay, only on the earth, the soil, materials, water is present. How about the air? It is present beyond, covering the atmosphere, right? So our environment is starts just beside us and ends in the space. What is this environment exactly contains? We say nature, we say surroundings, right? We say environment. These are a generalized terms like nature, mother nature, environment, surroundings. But what exactly materials it contains? How we can refer with one name, not generalized, specific, technically. What do we call that? Yeah, we have one thing, my dear. Now I need answers from you because this is environmental science, not a new, electronic subject, right? A basic electronics or a basic electricals or a BE, not that VLSI, right? Not that subjects, EC. This is environmental science. You have an idea. So I want answers from you. I just can't go speaking because I need answers from you people also. So what is that materialistic materials which are there in the environment? What do we call them as environment?
Living.
Very good. Living things. Beautiful. Trees and living things. Beautiful. Sayana.
Yes, sir.
Very good, Sai. Keep it up. All the people. I'm appreciating the total ECB section, my dear. Not only Sai and Neeraj. right? You have encouraged these people to answer, and I want others to answer also, right? Only living things are there in the environment. Okay. What do we call these living?
Non-living thing
Right. We have non-living things
like our home,
like our home. Very good. Beautiful. Home.
Gases.
Right. Gases. What do we call all that gases combination in general?
atmosphere,
No, 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 no. Gases name
Element.
alta. All the gases, we call them as different like CO2, oxygen, nitrogen, right? ఇవన్నీ gases ని కలిపి ఏమంటాం?
Inert gases.
ఓర్ని ఇంకమ్మా ఇన్నట్ gases.
Elements. Air.
వెరీ టెక్నికల్లీ యు ఆర్ స్ట్రాంగ్ కెమికల్లీ రైట్. ఇంకా ఏమంటాం జనరల్ గా సింపుల్ థింక్ సింపుల్ మై డియర్ థింక్ సింపుల్
Compound air.
ఎయిర్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎయిర్ మై డియర్. సింపుల్ ఎయిర్. డిఫరెంట్ కాంపోజిషన్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాసెస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ఎయిర్. ఎయిర్ ని ఇంకో వేరే టర్మ్ ఏంది స్పెసిఫిక్ టర్మ్ ఇన్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంటల్ సైన్స్ we call air as atmosphere. Where this air is present, it is present in the atmosphere, right? Air is present in atmosphere. Similarly, what do we call all the living things? Atmosphere. Atmosphere. Similarly, living things. Living means having life. Life means bio.
biotic elements,
Biotic element. Very good. Inka.
non-living things, abiotic, I think so.
వెరీ గుడ్. నాన్ లివింగ్ థింగ్స్ ఏబయాటిక్. ఎయిర్ అంటే అట్మాస్ఫియర్. బయాటిక్ అంటే ఏం స్పియర్? బయోస్పియర్. ఇలా చెప్పాలన్నా మీకు ఇంజనీరింగ్ చేస్తున్నారు మీరు, రైట్? బయోస్పియర్, అట్మాస్ఫియర్. దెన్ వేర్ యు ఆర్ స్టాండింగ్ ఆన్ ద ఎర్త్, వాట్ వి కాల్ దాట్ టెక్నికలీ?
Lithosphere.
Very good, my dear. Still any sphere is left? Fourth one.
Hydrosphere.
Very good. Hydrosphere. One more thing is there. What is that?
Mesosphere.
నీ ఇంకా ఏం లేదు, ఫోరే. నేను ఊరికే వన్ మోర్ ఉందనగానే మెసోస్పియర్ అంటావు. మెసోస్పియర్ వేరే దగ్గర చెప్పాలి. ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ వేర్ యూ నీడ్ టు స్పీక్ అబౌట్ మెసోస్పియర్. ఓకే, ఓకే. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ క్రిటిసైజింగ్. హూ ఇస్ దాట్ ఆన్సర్డ్ గర్ల్? ఐ వాంట్ టు నో ద నేమ్. బయోస్పియర్, హైడ్రోస్పియర్, లిథోస్పియర్ అని చెప్పింది అమ్మాయి కూడా. పేరు చెప్పమ్మా.
Srija, sir.
Srija, very good, Srija. Right. I'm not criticizing you, but we have 4 spheres in the environment. Environment అంటే ఏంటి? మెటీరియలిస్టికలీ నేచర్ అంటాము, ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ అంటాము, సరౌండింగ్స్ లో ఉంది అంటాము, రైట్? We say, right? Any Hindi speaking people, if I'm speaking in Telugu, please excuse me. I can continuously speak in English also, but that's our mother tongue, right? It comes, it dominates. So మెటీరియలిస్టికలీ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ లో జనరల్ గా చెప్తాం నేచర్ అని, రైట్? డిఫరెంట్ టర్మ్స్ వి యూజ్, బట్ మెటీరియలిస్టికలీ వీ హ్యావ్ 4 థింగ్స్. దట్ ఈస్ అట్మాస్ఫియర్, ఎయిర్, లిథోస్ఫియర్, ల్యాండ్, హైడ్రోస్ఫియర్, వాటర్, biosphere, all the living things, right? And non-living also. So these are 4 materials which are there. So now how do we define environmental science? Environmental science means the branch of science concerned with the physical, chemical, and biological conditions of the environment and their effect on organisms. What are the physical, chemical, and biological conditions? Physical, chemical, biological. Physical means the air, heat, right? The physical phenomena. Right? Physical processes going on, like formation of rain, hydrological cycle, the nutrient cycle, right? The chemical process, the conversion of water into that atmosphere, that vapor into water, physical process, and water is a chemical material, right? The conversion of energy, the sunlight will be converted into carbohydrates by the plants, photosynthesis, the chemical formation, biochemical reactions occurring, which are converting. We eat that plant material, we get the energy because biochemical reactions, digestion, what we call that oxidation reduction or a digestion, and all that absorption of chemicals will occur, and we get the energy. That is chemical processes. And then biological, the living beings, right, which are there in our surroundings. So that is what the environment, the physical, chemical, and biological conditions which are there in the environment, and their effects on the living beings, organism like living beings. So this is what the definition of environmental science. But still you can simply say our surroundings, all the materials which are present in our surroundings is our environment, which influence on the living beings is also definition of environmental science. Then what it contains, the basic components of environment are atmosphere, which is nothing but air; lithosphere, which is nothing but rock, soil, or land; hydrosphere, that is nothing but water; and then biosphere, which is nothing but the living components of environment; and a thick gaseous layer, that is atmosphere, surrounding the earth is nothing but our environment. So now we have understood what is environment. I would like to go still deeper in this part of environment, because this is enough. According to the subject syllabus, this is enough. Environment means lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. This is enough. But we need to know what is atmosphere, what is lithosphere, what is biosphere in detail also. This is not part of your subject, but still I would like to extend the topic, take some time. But don't worry about the time. I will complete the syllabus. కొంచెం లేట్ అయినా పర్లేదు, సిలబస్ మాత్రం కంప్లీట్ చేస్తా, గివింగ్ ఎక్స్ట్రా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఫర్ మై సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్. డోంట్ ఫీల్ బోర్డ్, be in the class. What is atmosphere? Okay, I will remove and I will ask you. Somebody said atmosphere indaka mesosphere edo annaru. Srija, I guess, right? I think Srija, you said some answer, mesosphere. I asked one more sphere ante nu cheppavu fifth di.
నో సార్, నేను చెప్పలేదు మెసోస్ఫియర్.
నువ్వు చెప్పలేదు. ఎవరు చెప్పింది మెసోస్ఫియర్ అని? ఎవరు చెప్పారు? అమ్మాయి ఎవరమ్మా? అమ్మాయి
సార్, ఇట్స్ మై సెల్ఫ్.
యా, మే నో యువర్ గుడ్ నేమ్ డియర్?
హర్షిత సార్.
Arshita, very good Arshita. Now your turn has came. Can you speak about that? What sphere you said? Mesosphere annava?
ఎస్ సార్.
Yeah. What is this mesosphere? Do we have any other spheres? Very good, ma. Arshita, very good. Now we are getting into atmosphere. Atmosphere is again where it present. Atmosphere starts from the surface of the earth and it extends into the space. Right? What it contains? Earth surrounding, I mean earth, above the earth, it is there and it goes into the space. So at different levels we call it with different names. And among that different names or different regions, one is mesosphere, what Arshita just said. And mesosphere is not the only one. We have few more spheres. Can anyone?
Stratosphere, sir.
Very good, beautiful.
Troposphere, sir.
Very good. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere. Very good. Good answers. గూగుల్లో మీరు తర్వాత సర్చ్ చేసి చదువుకోండి. ఇప్పుడు మాత్రం క్లాస్లో ఫ్రాంక్గా పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయండి. రైట్. ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్, స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్, మెసోస్ఫియర్, then ionosphere and thermosphere or exosphere. So these are there. I will discuss that. I will show you the pictorial representation of those things. Yeah, this is what, my dear. It starts from the ground level. The first one is troposphere, second is stratosphere, third is mesosphere, then ionosphere, and then it is called thermosphere. Then exosphere. The outer part of the thermosphere is exosphere. The inner part is called as ionosphere, right? So this is atmosphere. I will discuss. Troposphere means the first layer, that is bottom layer of the atmosphere, which extends 7 to 16 or 8 to 16 kilometers. That is 8 kilometers in the polar regions and 16 kilometers in the equatorial region. And the polar regions, it is less and it is more, I mean the temperatures are also very less, and where it is more in the equatorial region, that is 16 kilometers, and thermal convection or conduction is possible, and the temperatures is higher than the polar region in the equatorial region. And this is also one of the reason why, because of the extension of the troposphere to 16 kilometers, the temperatures are more. Okay, so that is troposphere. Can anyone say beautiful importance of troposphere? This is simple. Troposphere extends 7 to 16 kilometers or 8 to 16 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Right. Any beautiful points? Any goodness of troposphere?
Aeroplanes, sir, moving that.
Aeroplanes move. If there is no troposphere, aeroplanes cannot move. They can move. They move in the higher levels of troposphere and at bottom level.
Sir, water cycle occurs in this layer, sir.
Very good. Useful ante idi ila undali. Okay. Aeroplanes move. It's not a bad point. Okay. It's not a silly thing. It's good. But still, environmental. Manam environmental science discuss chestunnamo. Manaku em benefit personally and as a globally. What is the benefit? Water cycle occurs here. Right. The blue thing is available here. You can see. Oops, my dear. So that water cycle is occurring in this. Right. And one more benefit, my dear. Water cycle occurs in this. Okay. I will discuss that. Inka troposphere law, you can see here in the picture, you can see the trees. What is the benefit of trees, having trees?
Useful gases available in this
Oxygen.
Great, my dear. Useful gases. Very good. I appreciate. I can't keep on asking your names and appreciate you. I appreciate on the whole ECB section, all the students. Yeah. Air is present more over here, right? Air and enti? AIR, air. All India.
Composition of gases.
Different composition of gases. What is that different composition of gases?
72% nitrogen. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide.
78% of nitrogen, then 20% of CO, oxygen, and 0.3% of CO2 and other trace gas.
Argon.
This is what? Our air, composition of air. Beautiful. This is mostly present in troposphere. More, all these gases are present only in the troposphere, my dear. The CO2, oxygen, nitrogen, ivanni troposphere lone untai. Andike troposphere is more important for us. Why? Because it contains gases. It causes a water cycle, that is hydrological cycle or rainwater cycle antamu. Because that is how we get the fresh water. Rainwater vastu untundi manaki malli, right? And the different gases are available in this, right? Out of these gases, which is most important for us?
Oxygen.
Right, absolutely oxygen, right? Very good, my dear. So there is a small mistake. Nenu emantanu ante nature, right? This is what we got from the nature. Nature ante we say nature. I even represent nature in other word called as God. God ante God. Maybe people don't believe, but still I believe that. So I will say nature, God has given us most beautiful things which are absolutely useful in the same composition what is benefited us. మనకి ఏది ఎంత కావాలో అంతే ఇచ్చిండు దేవుడు అని నేను అంటాను. ఓకేనా? సో oxygen is more important. Why only 20%, whereas nitrogen is not so important but 78%. Nitrogen's 20%.
In growing of plants, nitrogen is
Right, my dear. One more thing. Inka konni answers cheppochu meeru. Other students, very good. Well done. If more oxygen is present, it becomes more oxidizing and inflammable, right? It catches fire easily. Things will burn. Oxygen ekku unte. Kada? But one more good is, if more oxygen, we can enjoy our life. That is more energetic, more enthusiastic and more active we would become. But still 20% is enough. Why? Because nitrogen is needed for plant growth, right? Plant growth, nitrogen cycle, most important, NPK, right? It is absolutely needed for plant growth. Plant growth enduku manaki, is it needed? Oxygen is important or plant growth is needed?
Plant
Plant
రైట్ మై డియర్, అందులోనే ఉంది. ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్. ప్లాంట్ గ్రోత్. గ్రోత్ అంటే ఏంటి? గ్రోత్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ద లివింగ్ బీయింగ్స్, రైట్? మనం హ్యూమన్స్, యానిమల్స్ ఆల్ హ్యాస్ టు గ్రో. దేర్ గ్రోత్ నీడ్స్ వాట్? గ్రోత్ కి ఏం కావాలి మనకి? ఎనర్జీ. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ వీ టేక్? ఎనర్జీ కమ్స్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్, మనం ఏం తీసుకుంటే ఎనర్జీ వస్తుంది మనకి? ఎయిర్ బ్రీత్.
ఆక్సిజన్.
ఏనా? కెన్ ఐ బెగ్ యువర్ పార్డన్? రిపీట్ దట్ ఆన్సర్. హౌ డు వీ గెట్ ఎనర్జీ? సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్ మై డియర్. మిమ్మల్ని నేను క్లాస్ లో ఉంటే మాత్రం
respiration.
ఆ?
Respiration.
No, your voice is not clear to me. Okay, I will say, I will keep, I mean, నేను ఇలాగే కూర్చొని ఒక డే అంతా రెస్పిరేషన్ చేస్తా. కెన్ ఐ గెట్ ఎనర్జీ?
ఫుడ్.
Eating
Food. We need to eat food. Food will give us energy. So energy comes in the form of food. Where it is available? From where we get the food? From the plants. ప్లాంట్ గ్రోత్ అంటే మన గ్రోత్ అనే వర్డ్ ఉంది అంటే అది ప్లాంట్స్ వల్లనే. గ్రోత్ రిప్రజెంటెడ్ బై ద ఎనర్జీ ఫుడ్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్లాంట్స్. సో వీ కెన్ లివ్ విత్ ఎయిర్, రైట్? ఫర్ హౌ లాంగ్? Maybe 1, 2 or 52 days, right? Somebody lived in the past 52 days with only breathing, not eating food, right? But after that, definitely people will die. We are living hundreds of years. Why? Because we are taking energy, we are gaining energy because we take food. So food valla manaki energy vastundi, food valla manam survive avutamu kada. So that food is more needed for our growth antene food, energy. So it comes from the trees. So manaki growth, బాడీ ముఖ్యమా? బాడీకి సప్లై చేసే ఆక్సిజన్ ముఖ్యమా? ఆక్సిజన్ లేకపోతే బాడీ పడిపోతుంది. కానీ బాడీ డెవలప్ కావాలి అంటే ఎనర్జీ కావాలి, ఆక్సిజన్ గ్రోత్ కావాలి, రైట్? సో ఐ విల్ కంపేర్ విత్ వన్ వెహికల్, సింపుల్ వెహికల్. టోటల్ వెహికల్ is made up of with energy, that is growth, nitrogen. That fuel tank is nothing but oxygen tank, right? Fuel tank ఎంత ఉంటుంది? కొంచెం. ఫ్యూయల్ లేకపోతే వెహికల్ రన్ కాదు, కానీ వెహికల్ ఉంటేనే ఫ్యూయల్ కి యూస్ఫుల్నెస్ వస్తుంది కదా. సో ఫ్యూయల్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఆక్సిజన్. ద టోటల్ వెహికల్ ఈజ్ మేడ్ అప్ ఆఫ్ నైట్రోజన్. సో విచ్ వన్ ఈజ్ మోర్ నీడెడ్? అన్లెస్ ద బాడీ ఈజ్ దేర్, ద బాడీ విల్ బి సపోర్టెడ్ విత్ ద లైఫ్ ఆఫ్ పొజెసింగ్ ఆక్సిజన్. టేకింగ్ ఆక్సిజన్ వీ సపోర్ట్ లైఫ్ ఉంది లేదు అంటే ఆక్సిజన్ ఉంది లేదు. బట్ ఆక్సిజన్ ఉన్నా లేకున్నా లైఫ్ ఉండాలి, గ్రోత్ ఉండాలి అంటే నైట్రోజన్ is more needed. Nitrogen is needed in more quantity and more useful. That's why nature has provided, God has provided us with 78% of nitrogen, which is more important than small quantity of oxygen, that is 20% of oxygen. This is how the nature is constructed itself and useful for us, right? Now coming to water cycle, అది హైడ్రోస్పియర్ లో మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తాము. కానీ ఇక్కడ వాట్ ఈస్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ సైకిల్ ఇన్ ట్రోపోస్పియర్? ద ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ క్లౌడ్స్ విల్ ఫార్మ్ అండ్ క్లౌడ్స్ విల్ bring the rain and water to us. That is how the clouds are important for us, which are formation of the clouds occur in troposphere. So troposphere is useful for us for conversion and continuation of water or hydrological cycles, right? That is a beautiful thing. And next layer is about after troposphere is, it is visible on the stratosphere. What is the other name? What is the material present in the stratosphere? Ozone. It is not air, my dear, it is ozone gas is present. Do we have any benefit of the stratosphere just like troposphere?
Yes, sir.
What is that
protects
benefit?
from UV radiation.
Very good, my dear. Very
Women health and ecosystem.
Right, my dear. Protects us from UV radiation that protection of humans and ecosystem. Very good. What is this protect means? Protect దేంతో ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, ఏం ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది? ప్రొటెక్ట్ అనే వర్డ్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాము? Okay, I will give you a simple example. Nowadays we are using sanitizer. It is protecting us from virus. I can tell you that. So ఈ స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ దేని నుంచి ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది? యువి రేడియేషన్. ఎవరిని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది? హ్యూమన్స్. ఎలా, ఎందుకు ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది?
సన్ రైజ్ డైరెక్ట్ పడకుండా సార్. సన్ రైజ్ డైరెక్ట్ పడకుండా.
సన్ రైజ్ డైరెక్ట్ పడకుండా. ఓకే, సన్ రైజ్ డైరెక్ట్ పడితే ఏమైతుంది?
It causes cancer and other diseases like this.
Very good, my dear. It causes cancer, it causes skin infections, it causes cataract, it causes genetic transductions, and it can even affect the skin rashes and other effects on the humans, plants and animals, living beings. With what? అంటే డైరెక్ట్ సన్లైట్ పడంగానే ఇవన్నీ జరిగిపోతుంటాయా? క్యాన్సర్స్ వచ్చేస్తుంటాయా? Sunlight it is harmful to us. Is it sunlight harmful to us? Nowadays people are saying to sit under sun for vitamin D. Mara vitamin D enti? Any small confusion, right?
Like
వెరీ గుడ్.
మార్నింగ్ టైం లో కూర్చోమంటారు కదా సార్, ఆఫ్టర్నూన్.
కరెక్ట్ నాన్న, కరెక్ట్. మార్నింగ్ టైం లో కూర్చోమంటారు. సో మార్నింగ్ టైంలో ఓకే విటమిన్ డి వస్తుంది, మిగతా టైంలో రాదు. ఇట్స్ అ ట్రూ స్టేట్మెంట్. ఎందుకు రాదు? మిగతా టైంలో ఏం వస్తుంది?
డస్ట్ పార్టికల్స్ అన్ని,
పాయిజనస్ గ్యాస్,
యువి రేడియేషన్ వస్తుంది, రైట్? సన్లైట్ లో యువి రేడియేషన్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? ఇట్ కమ్స్ ఇన్ ద సన్లైట్, లైట్, photons and all visible radiations and also ultraviolet radiations will come along with this sunlight. సో ఇవి ఏం చేస్తాయంటే మార్నింగ్ లైట్ ఎక్కువ, హీట్ తక్కువ ఉన్నప్పుడు విటమిన్ డి లైట్ ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ వెన్ మోర్ హీట్ ఇంక్రీజెస్, హీట్ ఇంటెన్సిటీ, ఇట్ కంటైన్స్ యువి రేడియేషన్స్ విచ్ కంటైన్స్ హార్మ్ఫుల్ రేడియేషన్స్. అవిటిని మన నుంచి రాకుండా చూస్తుంది కాబట్టి we call that as protecting. What these UV radiations cause? They cause cancers, cataract and other detrimental impacts, adverse impacts on the plants, animals and humans and other materials also. So they are not allowed to come. Where they are present, అవి ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి? UV radiation సన్లైట్ లో ఉంటాయి. సో సన్లైట్ లో కిందికి వస్తున్నప్పుడు అవి మన మీద డైరెక్ట్ పడితే దే కాజ్ హార్మ్ఫుల్ ఇంపాక్ట్స్ ఆర్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్. సో ది స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ ఇస్ ప్రొటెక్టింగ్ అస్. ఎలా? దే ఆర్ ఫిల్టరింగ్. They are filtering the UV radiations, right? They are allowing only good radiations, visible radiations, not allowing the UV radiations. The stratospheric ozone layer will trap and take down that ultraviolet harmful radiations and doesn't allow them to fall on the earth, right? Enduku? Why it does?
Ozone absorbs.
Huh? Because our ancestors made an alignment, right? అంటే వాళ్ళతో ఒక అగ్రిమెంట్ చేసుకున్నారు. స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ ఓజోన్ లేయర్ తో మన ancestors made an agreement that you should protect the earth. Is it true? No, there is nothing such agreement. ఏం నాన్న చెప్పండి. Right. What is this gas present in the stratosphere? It is ozone gas. ఎంత ఉంటుంది? What is that? ఎంతవరకు ఎక్స్టెండ్ అవుతుంది? It is starts from 16 to 50 kilometers from the ground level. 50 kilometers వరకు స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ లేయర్ లో అరౌండ్ 10 ppm 10 mg per liter of ozone gas concentration ఉంటుంది. 10 mg per liter. So what is this ozone gas? It is nothing but a chemical. Ozone is a chemical, O3, right? O3 is a ozone. Will it survive forever or will it die?
It will die.
కెమికల్స్ కి నేచర్ లో డెత్ ఉంటుందా లేకపోతే ఇమ్మార్టల్? అవి ఇమ్మార్టల్ అంటే డెత్ లేనివా ఎప్పటికీ?
It will die, sir.
Right, my dear, will die. What do we chemically call the death of chemicals?
Ozone depletion.
కాదు నాన్న, ఒక
Changes into
కెమికల్
another form.
టెక్నికల్ టర్మ్ ఉంది. ఎనీ కెమికల్ ని దాని డిసోసియేషన్,
Ozonization.
Disintegration.
Ozonization.
డీకంపోజిషన్ అనొద్దు. డీకంపోజిషన్ ఇస్ అ బయాలజికల్ టర్మ్.
Disintegration.
Ozonization.
యా, యూ
Ozon-
కెన్ సే డిసింటిగ్రేషన్ ఆర్ డిటీరియోరేషన్. కెమికల్లీ ఏమంటాం మనం? దాన్ని ఎట్లా డిఫైన్ చేస్తాము?
Ozonization.
నో నో నో, ఓ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. చెప్పండి, ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. ఇంటర్మీడియట్ కెమిస్ట్రీ ఏం చదివినరు? హాఫ్ లైఫ్ పీరియడ్ అంటాం.
లైఫ్ పీరియడ్.
వెరీ గుడ్. హాఫ్ లైఫ్ పీరియడ్ అంటే దాని డిటీరియేషన్ కదా, కెమికల్ది కదా, రైట్? ఎనీ కెమికల్ విల్ గెట్ డిటీరియోరేటెడ్, ఇట్స్ క్వాలిటీ డిక్రీజెస్ హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్. హాఫ్ లైఫ్ పీరియడ్ అంటాం. అవునా కాదా? ఎస్ సార్, నో?
Yes, sir.
రైట్. సో ఓజోన్ కూడా అలా డిటీరియోరేట్ అయిపోతుంది కదా, సో డెత్ అవుతుంది కదా. మరి హౌ కెన్ దట్ ఓజోన్ ఇస్ రిమైనింగ్ ఇన్ ది స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ సిన్స్ అవర్ ఏజెస్? 4000 years ఆఫ్ ఏజ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎర్త్ నుంచి స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ ఓజోన్ అలాగే ఉంది. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ కెన్ డై, హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ అవైలబుల్ దేర్? కెన్ ఎనీవన్ సే దట్? చెప్పండి. ఎలా అంటే
It is created itself, sir. Using the gases in our atmosphere, it is created, sir. In that
వెరీ
region,
గుడ్ మై డియర్.
sunlight
క్రియేటెడ్
falls,
కాదు,
the temperature.
క్రియేటింగ్. ఇప్పుడు హ్యూమన్స్ ఉన్నారు ఎర్త్ మీద. హ్యూమన్స్, హౌ లాంగ్ హ్యూమన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్? సిన్స్ థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇయర్స్. థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇయర్స్ నుంచి హ్యూమన్స్ ఉన్నారు, కానీ హ్యూమన్ ఉన్నాడా అట్లాగే? నో, హ్యూమన్స్ ఆర్ డైయింగ్, బట్ స్టిల్ హ్యూమన్స్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ థౌజండ్స్. ఎలా అంటే ఓల్డ్ పర్సన్ డైయింగ్, ద న్యూ వన్ ఈస్ బార్న్. సో పుడుతున్నారు, చేస్తున్నారు. సో దట్స్ ద వే హ్యూమన్స్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్. సిమిలర్లీ ozone is dying and ozone is regenerated, burn. That is what called as a creating of ozone, occurring of ozone. Ozone formation జరుగుతుంది కదా. ఎలా ఓజోన్ ఫార్మేషన్ జరుగుతుంది? ఫ్రమ్ ఆక్సిజన్. O2 will break down into two nascent oxygens, right? Half O2, half O2, and this half O2 combines with O2 forming O3, which is called as ozone. For this breakdown of ozone, oxygen into two nascent oxygens and combination of oxygen with nascent oxygen to form O3 needs energy. Energy లేకుంటే ఏ పనులు జరగవు కదా నేచర్ లో. Needs energy. What is the source of energy? Ultimate source of energy in the environment?
Light.
Sun is the ultimate source of energy, and sunlight is the source of energy for this ozone formation. ఇక్కడ చూపిస్తాను నేను ఇది. This is how ozone formation occurs, right? This is how ozone formation occurs in the stratosphere. That is, this one oxygen molecule breaks down into two nascent oxygens, and that needs energy. The energy comes from sunlight as ultraviolet rays, and these two nascent oxygens combine with two oxygen molecules, O2, and this O forms ozone, O3, 2O3. From 3O2 it forms 2O2, right? 2O3. So 6 oxygen molecules are there, so, right? Atoms are there. So this is how the ozone forms, and it needs ultraviolet rays. So the oxygen is absorbing ultraviolet rays to form ozone, and ozone is being survival and remained in that area, that is in the stratospheric ozone layer. Ozone is present over there. So this is how the ozone is, right? Ozone is present. Are baba india back ellali ante escape, right? Okay, so this is how the ozone is useful for us, right? And next is stratosphere. So హౌ డు వీ నో ఇన్ ద ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్? మనకి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది ఇక్కడ స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ ఎండ్ అయింది, ఇక్కడ ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ ఎండ్ అయింది, ఇక్కడ ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది అని మనకి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? హౌ కుడ్ వీ నో దాట్? Because in the air, higher altitude, do we find any margin? ఒక లైన్ ఉంటుందా, ఇక్కడ ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ ఎండ్ అయింది, ఇక్కడ స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది అని ఒక లైన్ ఉంటుందా ఎయిర్ లో? No, but then how can we say that from 8 to 16 kilometers troposphere ఉంటుంది and till 50 kilometers from the ground level stratosphere ఉంటుంది అని ఎలా చెప్పగలుగుతాం మనము?
కాంపోజిషన్
Available of gas.
Composition of gases. Okay, my dear, one simple question. Yes, it's true, composition of gases. కానీ ఎక్కడనైతే ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ ఎండ్ అవుతుంది, స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, అక్కడ ఏ గ్యాస్ ఉంటుంది? మిక్చర్ ఆఫ్ ఓజోన్ అండ్ అదర్ అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ గ్యాసెస్ కదా. సో దేర్ ఈస్ అ డైల్యూషన్ మిక్చర్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాసెస్ ఉంటుంది. వీ కాంట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ సే దిస్ ఈస్ ద ప్లేస్ వేర్ ఓజోన్ ఈస్ ప్రెసెంట్. ఒక గ్యాస్ ఎట్ పర్టికులర్ లెవెల్ ఇదే గ్యాస్ ఉంటుంది. స్మోక్ నువ్వు ఒక లెవెల్లో పెట్టగలుగుతావా స్మోక్ ని ఎయిర్ లో? నో, ఇట్ డిఫ్యూజెస్. Right, we cannot put a line margin that here this is the area where smoke is present and it is not going anywhere. Can you put like that? No, smoke diffuse అయిపోతుంది ఎయిర్ లో. సో there is no margin. సో ఎలా చెప్పగలుగుతాం మనము 16 kilometers కి ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ ఎండ్ అవుతుంది, 50 kilometers లో స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ ఎండ్ అవుతుంది అని? డ్యూ టు టెంపరేచర్ డిఫరెన్స్, టెంపరేచర్ ఇన్వర్షన్ అంటారు దాన్ని, రైట్? టెంపరేచర్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ లో దేర్ విల్ బి డిఫరెంట్ టెంపరేచర్ అండ్ స్ట్రాటోస్ఫియర్ లో డిఫరెంట్ టెంపరేచర్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద టెంపరేచర్ ఇన్ ద ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్? ఓకే, సమ్ ఎక్స్ టెంపరేచర్ అనుకుంటాము. హౌ టు క్యాల్కులేట్ దట్ ఎక్స్ టెంపరేచర్?
Thermometer.
The ground level that changes. So what is the temperature at the ground level? We call that is ground temperature. మన దగ్గర యావరేజ్
27 degrees, sir.
అంటాము,
27.
రైట్? 27 degrees Celsius ని what we call that temperature? It is called room temperature. సో ఒక రూమ్ టెంపరేచర్ నుంచి పైకి ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ పైకి వెళ్తుంటే దేర్ విల్ బి చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద టెంపరేచర్. దిస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ పర్టికులర్ చేంజ్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ట్రోపోస్ఫియర్ కదా. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ చేంజ్? What is that room temperature? 27 degrees centigrade. ఇది మన దగ్గర. Is it same throughout the world? 27 degrees Celsius is the room temperature throughout the world?
No.
No, sir.
Then how can వేరే ఉంటుంది? So when we are speaking environment, atmosphere, we should speak globally, not హైదరాబాద్ లోకల్ గా కాదు, గ్లోబల్ గా డిస్కస్ చేయాలి. సో గ్రౌండ్ టెంపరేచర్ ని యావరేజ్ గా ఏమంటాము? Average global temperature. It is average of all the room temperatures throughout the globe is called as average global temperature. What is that average global temperature? No, my dear. ఇప్పుడు కెనడాలో తక్కువ ఉంటుంది రూమ్ టెంపరేచర్, ఆఫ్రికాలో ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది, మన దగ్గర 27. So it can be 27. It is around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius or 17 degrees Celsius is called as average global temperature, which is at the bottom of the ground level. So now e average global temperature 17 to 18 degrees centigrade, excuse me, will change while we are going nautically upward in the troposphere. Manam galilo paiki eltu unte a temperature change avutundi. So at a particular temperature, we call this is end of troposphere. So what is that temperature? Will it increase more than 18 or decrease more than 18?
Decrease, sir.
Decrease, sir.
Decrease, very good. Decreases. While we are going upward, the temperature decreases. That's why in the summers, people will like to go to hill stations. Endukante higher altitude lo temperature takku untundi. Right? The temperature decreases around minus 50 degrees Celsius, right? Which is end minus 70 to minus 75 degrees or 50 to 75 degrees Celsius minus lo unnappudu, that is called as end of troposphere, right? From the average global temperature at the bottom of the troposphere, that is at ground level, మనం పైకి వెళ్తుంటే టెంపరేచర్ విల్ బికమ్ -70 to -75 degrees Celsius, which is called as end of troposphere, and next layer stratosphere starts over there, and the layer between troposphere and stratosphere is called as tropopause, and next layer is stratosphere. Stratosphere తర్వాత ఏం స్పియర్ ఉంటుంది? మెసోస్పియర్. How could we know that where this stratosphere will end? Again with the same temperature. Now మనం ట్రోపోస్పియర్ ఎండ్ నుంచి స్ట్రాటోస్పియర్ ఎండ్ 50 kilometers కి వెళ్తే the temperature will further decrease or further increase from -70?
Decrease, sir. Further decrease.
ఫర్దర్ డిక్రీజెస్. కొంచెం ఆలోచించండి. ఓకే,
Sir, no increases, sir. While object coming to ground, fire will get, na, sir.
రైట్ రైట్. మనం పైకి వెళ్తున్నాం, ట్రోపోస్పియర్ నుంచి స్ట్రాటోస్పియర్ కి వెళ్తే టెంపరేచర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా?
Decrease, sir.
డిక్రీజ్. ఒక్క నిమిషం అలాగే ఉండండి, డిక్రీజ్ దగ్గర నేను చెప్తాను. స్ట్రాటోస్పియర్ లో ఇందాక మనం ఏం ప్రాసెస్ జరుగుతుంది? ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఓజోన్ అన్నాము. ఓజోన్ ఫార్మేషన్ ఎలా జరుగుతుంది?
Energy absorb.
బ్రేకింగ్ అప్
ఎనర్జీ అబ్జార్బ్ అవుతుంది. ఏం ఎనర్జీ? సన్లైట్, అల్ట్రా వైలెట్ రేడియేషన్ ఎనర్జీ. ఆ ఎనర్జీలో అల్ట్రా వైలెట్ రేడియేషన్ ఎనర్జీ ఏ ఫామ్ లో ఉంటుంది? ఎనర్జీ విల్ ఇట్ బి ప్రెసెంట్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ ఆర్ నాట్?
Heat.
హీట్. సో హీట్ ని ఆ ఎయిర్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ అబ్జార్బ్ చేసి ఎనర్జీ తీసుకొని ఓజోన్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అంటే ఆ ఓజోన్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ లో హీట్ ఉంటుందా ఉండదా? హీట్ ఉంటుంది. సో టెంపరేచర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా? Increases because of absorption of UV radiation from the sun. In the process of formation of ozone, it accumulates heat energy, so the temperature raises while we are traveling in the stratosphere from -75 degrees centigrade to 0 degrees centigrade. Where the temperature becomes 0 degrees, it is called as end of stratosphere, right? That is stratosphere, which is called as stratopause. Next is the layer called as mesosphere, which extends till 80 kilometers, right? And what is importance? Do we have any importance of this mesosphere? Troposphere lo cloud formation, air. Stratosphere lo ozone layer. Mesosphere lo ఉంటుంది?
It prevents asteroids.
Satellites or something.
Very
sir.
good, my dear. Satellites are also there, and it prevents asteroids. Asteroids and celestial bodies, cosmic bodies, right? Comets. We call them with different names, meteors, right? All these. How they are preventing these meteors or asteroids?
Air resistance.
It burns them,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it burns. Who is this answering?
Prithvi, sir.
Very good, Prithvi. Nice to hear answers from you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
సో వెరీ గుడ్. అయితే ఈ ఆస్ట్రాయిడ్స్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తున్నాయి? స్పేస్, యూనివర్స్, రైట్? స్పేస్, సోలార్ సిస్టమ్. దే ఆర్ కమింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ ఎర్త్. హౌ మెనీ దే కమ్? ఎన్ని వస్తాయి ఆస్ట్రాయిడ్స్? కెన్ వి సే పర్ డే ఆర్ పర్ వీక్ ఆర్ పర్ మంత్ ఆర్ ఇయర్ ఆర్ decade or a millennium? How should we calculate depending on their frequency? Right. How many asteroids travel towards Earth in a year anacha, in a decade anala? Can anyone say
Decade.
how many?
Decades.
Yes. Cheppanana.
Decade.
Okay, decade. Any 1 or 2 or 100 or thousands?
Very less, sir.
Very less, very less, isn't it? Yeah, this is what we know. Very less of asteroids. Asteroids ante comets nana, right? Celestial bodies avi untayi akkada. Ekkada untayi? Space lo untayi, right? అవి అసలు ఎందుకు వస్తాయి, ఎందుకు మూవ్ అవుతాయి? వేర్ దే ఆర్ మూవింగ్? దే ఆర్ మూవింగ్ ఇన్ దేర్ ఆర్బిట్స్. కానీ ఆర్బిటల్ మూవ్మెంట్ నుంచి కూడా దే జస్ట్ మూవ్ అవే, and they may get collide, and when they collide they break, and their particles pieces, large or small, will move in different direction. A direction? Any direction of the universe, right? it may be the direction of Earth and they may travel towards Earth. How many number? Very, very less. Kada? ఇది మనకు తెలిసింది. కానీ యాక్చువల్గా నేచర్లో బై ద స్టడీస్ ఆఫ్ ఆస్ట్రోనాట్స్ ఇట్ వాజ్ stated by them theoretically and even a fact that more than 500 asteroids or meteors or cosmic bodies or celestial bodies travel towards Earth per year. 1 year lo more than 500 travels. More than 500 travels 1 year lo. Ante how many will fall in a day?
2 approx.
No, more than 1 approximately, because it is 365 days and 500, right? So more than 1 probability, maybe 1 day 1 or 1 day 2. So more than 1, every day there is a risk of a meteorite striking on the earth. Every day, my dear, not a decade or a millennium, but every day there is a chance of meteors traveling towards earth, right? So if they travel towards Earth and strike, what will happen? Something like a theory of loss of dinosaurs, right? In the earlier stages. Such things might happen and it may cause loss of humans. Good for nature, but bad for humans, right? So it is not occurring. We are sure that more than 1 meteor travel every day towards Earth, but they are not striking and they are not causing harm. Why? Because Prithvi, as Prithvi said, they get burned and disintegrated. Enduku ela burn aitai?
Due to atmosphere.
Right. This 80 degrees, 80 kilometers వరకు మెసోస్పియర్ ఉంటుంది. దాని ముందల more than 500 kilometers, what is that layer? More than this mesosphere? Beyond mesosphere? It is thermosphere. This thermo అని ఎందుకంటాం దాన్ని మనము? Why we call thermo? Because thermal అంటే heat energy చాలా ఉంటుంది. ఎంత ఉంటుంది? More than 600 or more than 2000 degrees Celsius temperature will be there over there. Oh my dear, 2 to 3 కదా class? I'm sorry, it's 3:15 I guess. I have taken 15 minutes extra. I would like to stop your session here. Excuse me for take extended. I have not seen the watch, my dear. Okay na? నేను ఇక్కడ ఆపేస్తాను, తిట్టుకోకండి. Yeah, we will meet. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Alt tab. Students, I'll call the roll number. This is MEC EC2, right? ECB section. Answer the rolls. Roll number 61.
Present, sir. 61
62.
Present, sir.
62. 63.
Present, sir.
64.
Present, sir.
65.
Present, sir.
66.